This summer, I'm going to be teaching my child Chinese. So I'm going to share with you a couple of things that we're working on and we're using to help us learn this language better. So when you start learning a new language, understanding pronunciation and vocab is kind of the basis for how to kind of like get a handle on how things sound and how things are pronounced. And so for me, the focus is on trying to build that vocab. And with Chinese, it's kind of a daunting task because you have to get about 1,000 characters under your belt to be kind of conversationally fluent. So I have these two books here. One is the Hobby series of books. This one is the book of first phrases, and so it comes with this little star pen, and it actually when you kind of tap on the words, it will say it and pronounce it for you. It does it in English and in Chinese, so it's really helpful for us. We tend to focus on learning the traditional writing of the characters, so we want to be able to be familiar with the traditional characters, and then later when we want to move on to simplified, it'll be a lot easier for us to understand because it's more like the absence of the more complicated writing of the characters. And so I think it's really helpful for us to kind of get a better bearing on the pronunciation because I'm not a native Mandarin speaker, and neither is my child, and so we're kind of working on this together. Next, we also have the Chinese coloring book for little hands, and in that book it's more just like learning basic words and slowly piecing it together between what it looks and what's the meaning and all of that. So we're probably going to start here and then we'll move forward depending on how fast we go. But this is just a good glimpse into building that vocabulary section. Next, when it comes to actually learning like sentence structure, grammar, and just kind of general conversational phrases, we're going to be using kind of two different curriculum. The first one is called the Tiny Chinese Homeschool Volume 1, and that's mainly geared for children learning at home, and so it's kind of easier and more accessible. I think it has like really beautiful patterns, it's very kid-friendly, and it's kind of like a good start to kind of understanding Chinese and having some good activities to kind of get the kids involved and interested. And the second one is the HSK1 course. It's a very standard curriculum, and it's kind of more aimed for adults, but I think we can just use those lessons and then apply it to my kid and make it more child-friendly using more games or activities to kind of just buff it up. But I think this is a good starting point for us to kind of build on that curriculum. The HSK1 has lots of resources. There's printables, there's workbooks, there's workbook answers and solutions. So there's a lot of other resources to really help you understand and how to utilize this material, and also a lot of practice involved in terms of speaking and practice. So that is a very, very quick overview of what we're using to learn Mandarin Chinese. And if you have any resources or things you found valuable, please send them my way. We're just kind of getting started on this in the summertime, and hopefully we can learn a couple of basic phrases and build upon that, and we're going to learn this together. As we continue, we'll kind of build upon that, and I'll share with you some of the things that we've learned together and maybe provide some additional helps if you are doing this on your own as well. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!